Good day, everyone. As you can see on the screen, our topic today is all about communication flow and process. What is communication process? The communication process refers to a series of actions or steps taken in order to successfully communicate. It involves several components such as sender of the communication, the actual message being sent, the encoding of the message, the receiver, the encoding of the message, and lastly, the feedback. How it works. So today, I'm going to show you an example how communication flow and process work.
Hey, Ali, did you answer our task for today?
Yes, Lori, but I'm not done yet. Why?
As you can see on the conversation earlier, this is where communication flow and process starts. Ali wants to ask Lori if she are done with the task, so she gave her a call. Ali initiates to ask something so that makes her the sender. She makes her thoughts into a message through a process called encoding. The word that she said traveled to a telecommunication called channel of communication. When Lori answered the phone call, she then interprets in the sign meaning to the message through a process called decoding. She then replied, which refers to the feedback confirming to answer what Ali asked her. Okay, let's get back on the conversation.
I'm a bit lost on the task. I wonder if you can help me understand it.
Really? Tell me what part of the task you got confused.
Hey, Lori, I thought you will help me with my history class.
Oh yeah, forgot about that?
Can you help me now?
What about later?
Wait, are you talking to me?
No, I was talking.
In this conversation, it shows that Ali and Lori got interrupted by Lori's friend. It classifies her as the noise. Anything that interferes with the clarity and accuracy of the message. Lori and her friend are having a study group, that's why her friend is in their house. This may consider a setting or the context, the bidirectional transfer of information between two parties where both sides are aware of the relational, environmental, and cultural context of the exchange. The presence of noise in this conversation can result as miscommunication by distracting the receiver, causing them not to hear the sender's message properly. So, did you understand how communication flow and process works? If yes, this is the communication flow chart. This is the communication flow. Under communication flow is sender, encoding, message, decoding, receiver, feedback. A sender. A person, group, or organization that starts the communication is known as the sender. The success of the message stems primarily from the source. The message is influenced by the sender's experience, attitude, knowledge, skills, perceptions, and culture. Next is encoding. Encoding is the process of converting ideas into language. The message is transmitted by the encoder using a medium like a phone call, email, text message, in-person meeting, or other communication tool. Different messages require different levels of conscious thoughts when they are encoded. Next is message. The message or the process of communication begins when the sender or person with whom the communication originates has a message. The message is the information that is being passed on during the communication process. The message connects the sender to the receiver. Next is decoding. Decoding determines how well a recipient can comprehend and interpret it. It is the process of understanding and translating coded information into a form that can be understood. By assigning meaning to symbols and interpreting messages as a whole, the audience is attempting to piece together the idea. Next is receiver. In the communication process, the receiver is the listener, reader, or observer. That is, the individual or the group of individuals to whom a message is directed. The receiver is also called the audience or decoder. Lastly is feedback. Feedback in communication is the response, reaction, or information given by the recipient of the message to the sender. It is the process of letting someone know which areas they need to improve. Why is communication process important in terms of students? The sharing of a common meaning between the sender and the receiver occurs during the communication process. People who adhere to the communication process will have the chance to improve their productivity in all facets of their profession. Understanding comes from the good communication. So, how communication process important in terms of students? Strong communication abilities enable students to express themselves clearly and concisely, which makes it simpler for them to participate in class discussions, ask questions, and request assistance when necessary. They are also more effective communicators, which improves their grades on papers, exam, and presentations. Communication process is important in terms of teachers. Teachers who have effective communication skills can better understand their students and forge enduring bonds with them. Additionally, effective classroom management and conflict resolution can be facilitated by teachers with strong communication skills. Teacher must be able to speak with both students and parents' families. So, did you understand why communication process is really important? That's all for today's lecture.